Well, if you are here and you did not achieve the 2023 goals, I want you to do this. By the way, this is one of the best videos I've ever made. And this is going to help you not only in the coming year of 2024, but also the rest of your life. Okay. And I know at the beginning of the 2023, you had the visions, you had what we call the resolutions, and you ought to follow them. And by the way, things went the way they went and you never achieved a single goal. Or maybe you achieved, but it's not as you expected. All right. By the way, this is the video to watch up to the end because I'm going to share quite an interesting story exactly on what you're supposed to do on the 2024. We have to conquer this 2024, okay? And by the way, guess what? Imagine I'm sharing this information with you for free. I am not charging you anything. Let's just be mutual, beneficial to each other. The only thing that I want from you, okay, is to like this video. It doesn't cost you anything. And also, there is a small button down there on your right. Just a very small button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button. Guess what? By doing that, because I know you're asking yourself, what's the importance? What if I just ignore? You wouldn't know. Sure, I would know, but there's something you will miss. Whenever I upload a new good video, you won't know. So, but if you subscribe, you'll be told, okay? Let's get into the business. And for those who are looking for my number, it's always on the description. I offer those services as a personal level, you can pick that number. Let's get into the business. Now, say this is 2023. In a few weeks' time, the 2023 will be over. Depends on when you're watching this video. Again, I'm making this video on December of 2023. In few days time, this year 2023 will be over. Probably some of people will be happy, others will be discouraged. And I know you're looking forward to achieving much on 2024. So let's look forward and understand, why didn't you achieve the goals of the 2023 so that we can avoid the repetition of the same on the 2024. Fine. So now this is you here and you have the goals and the visions and the targets and what have you. And you are looking forward into achieving them, but you did not. Now, we usually classify the reason as to that into two categories. We have the internal factors and we have the external factors. So the internal factors are the things that emanate from deep inside of you that did limit you from achieving your goals. And the external factors are probably the things that you do not have the controls of that did limit you from achieving the goals. Okay, let's get into the point. Now, these are the external, or these are the factors. Now, on this left side, depends on whatever, it's the internal factors. Now, what might be or has contributed to you not achieving the goal? Probably that might have been the indiscipline. Indiscipline in the sense that you do not even do what you say you're gonna do. You maybe said you're gonna do something like, I'm gonna lose weight, and therefore I'm gonna be doing the 100 push-up a day each and every time as far as I live. And there you are, you did it the first week, the second week you started, going down, you did 30, 20, and then you claim, hey, life is so busy. You see, I'm making money, I have kids, I have everything. You see, failures have everything and anything to adjust there to blame them. So to blame and also be sort of like say, hey, justify their means. So probably you are indisciplined, or maybe you said, hey, my target, by the way, at the beginning of this year, I shared a formula on how you can be able to save 66,700, and I made a group over 300 people. And I'm so glad. Those guys are actually inboxing me and telling me from the group, Joseph, now we did achieve the goal. Now what do we do next? We have the money. Those are the guys. And some of the guys actually got out of the group because they were not able to do so. So the point is this, you are indisciplined. When you say you're going to do something, you don't do it. You keep on procrastinating, saying, I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to do the thing. Focus on the indisciplined thing. And if you realize you're indisciplined thing, or you have the indiscipline, for you to be disciplined, you have to be a member of this channel so that at least each and every time we remind you what you're supposed to do. Now, something else that can be internal, it's also called inconsistency. Inconsistency in the sense that, hey, if you say you're going to be doing 20 shillings savings per day or 100 shillings savings per day, 2,000, depends with your capacity, you are not consistency. Whenever you save less, sometimes you save even nothing or something of sort, you are inconsistency. And let me tell you one thing, any dream cannot be achieved if somebody is inconsistent. So you're supposed to be inconsistent so that at least you can be able to achieve that dream ultimately. Number 3 is you do not have the budget. If your dream or your goal was about finance, and probably that's what we talk majorly here, you did not even have any budget. It's like you want to go to Mombasa, but you just close your eyes and you just switch on your car and you just want to, or ignite your car and you just want to go to Mombasa. You don't even care what route you're gonna use, the map you're gonna use, you just want to go there. All right, that really can't work. You ain't gonna get yourself out there. Probably you're gonna hit a ditch within some few meters from your place. Okay, the point is this, the budget is actually that map to lead you or to show you where you are heading. The last one on the internal parts is that poor planning. You do not have the poor planning. Might sound as if it's the same as the budget, but again, no. If you have general problem when it comes to planning of the time and also all those kind of things, therefore it's gonna affect your ultimate goals of you achieving that thing. The other side is the external factors. What might be the external factors that contributed to you not achieving that goal? Fired. Maybe you had a job at the beginning of this year, you're looking forward to saving a certain percentage of your income, and then you got fired. See, you had no control over that, that's for sure. The only problem that, or the only thing that you could have had a control of is you having an emergency fund somewhere. But you did not. But thank God now you're watching Good Joseph. By the grace of God, I'll be showing you how to come up with an emergency fund and something of sort. So maybe you got fired. Number 3, the diseases came in and took all your money or something of sort. And maybe death, and God forbid for such, such cases happens, and maybe you had a plan and things goes south, okay? Now, the other thing is about what we call the reduction of what we call salary. Maybe there was a sort of a reduction of the salary. Maybe you were paid an X amount of money. Now you're being paid X minus 1. Or let me just use a practical example so that you don't feel like we are in class. Maybe you are being paid like 70,000, then there was reduction of salary due to recession and what have you. Whatever the reason a company might give themselves, and then they say, hey, from today we'll be paying you 30,000 or maybe it's 50,000. Okay, so you do not have a control over that. So there was a reduction. So if you had a target of saving 200,000 or 100,000, therefore that may not be achieved based on the mind that, hey, something has been reduced from the salary. Or maybe if there was something in terms of reduction, or you ought also to have reduced your expenses so that at least you can fill that gap of the reduction that has happened there. The other one is not having what we call a meaning or manageable goals. Some people usually have what we call unrealistic goals. Maybe let's say you usually earn like 30,000, but you're aiming to saving 300,000 at the end of the year. I'm not saying it is impossible, but based on your numbers, obviously that will be like, I don't know, that's like a milestone, okay? That would be like, it's close to a miracle, saving that amount of money. So I would say it's good to make sure that whatever you're getting into, but anyway, as we come on the other side, we're going to solve that issue, okay? The other one, the goal was too big. There was too big in the sense that cannot be only on the monetary aspect, but can also too big from your capacity. Maybe you wanted to work out, but maybe you're suffering from something, therefore you can able to do some push-ups on something of sort. So if you actually identify the reason as to why you never actually achieved your goals, and these some of the things that you cannot control here, some of the diseases and whatever, you always tell people, hey, pray as much as you can, don't get those things, because hey, it is possible not to get them in a typical year or even some several years and decades, okay? So be very careful on those kind of areas. Fine, we focused on the problem. We focused on the reason why you did not achieve your 2023 goals. Now, what can exactly you do so that this does not replicate itself in the coming year of 2024? Again, in the same you, now here is 2024, and this is what I said, do this. Probably the reason why you clicked on this video, but I had to lay the foundation for you to understand on this side of the equation. Now, again, I've classified the two reasons based on the internal and external factors. Now, if you go to the reason or what you're supposed to do exactly, it's like an inverse of what I've just said there. If it is about you being in discipline, walk about or talk or do something about you being disciplined. It's about inconsistency, just be consistency. The other one, get yourself a budget and have a good planning, not only resources, but also time, because time also is a very big resource that most of the people tend to ignore. The other thing that I can add on the internal factors that can actually limit you from achieving your goal is that have realistic goals. Just have a goal that you can be able to achieve. If you overstretch, or if you stretch to a point whereby you say, hey, you're working at efficiency and you can only save 10,000 in a period of 1 year, you can only get maximally 120,000. So having yourself a target of 500,000, wow, that would be like shooting on your foot. That would be like, I don't know what kind of a goal is that. It's always good to make sure that you have a manageable goal, a goal that you can actually achieve. Also good to subdivide your goal into several or similar or smaller, as we call them, compartments or something of sort, so that at least whenever you achieve a single one, therefore you do what? You celebrate your milestones. Let's say maybe by the time you save the 30,000, you're gonna give yourself a celebration. Whenever you've saved like 50,000, you're gonna give yourself celebration. You see, when you celebrate a certain milestone, that gives you the urge, the morale, the motivation, the zeal to actually work towards you achieving the ultimate goal that you've been having in that particular period of the year. Okay. The other one is also something called don't bite what you cannot swallow. Can you imagine, like, you do a very big bite that you cannot even swallow? At the end of the day, that food gonna stuck in your mouth, ain't gonna do nothing about it. Sometimes even spitting them, it becomes a little bit hard. So bite that what you can be able to swallow. See, if you'd rather bite that small thing and then be consistent about it, and you're gonna achieve that specific thing. For example, I'm gonna give you a simple example. When I started this channel Sometimes I could post a video and I see, or maybe 2 views, and maybe 1 view was mine and the other one was also mine, so you feel discouraged. But I didn't give up. I keep on doing what? If you have the dream deep inside of you, keep on pushing it. And rest assured, with just a matter of time, you're gonna achieve exactly that. Okay. Now, if you go to the external things, what exactly can you be able to do so that at least, if not eradicating, but minimizing them, okay? Have what we call a backup plan. Whenever, maybe let's say you're employed and you feel like, hey, guess what? I can get fired anytime. It's always good to have a backup plan. A backup plan here may mean a side hustle. I'm sorry for that, guys. May mean a side hustle. And the other one is about don't do what? Don't share the information that you're doing out there, because if you do, you might share with some of the people who are actually sort of discouraged with life and all those kind of things, and you might not actually achieve the ultimate goal that you're looking forward into achieving. So sometimes we say, if you must share, then do so. If it's not really a necessity for you to share, it does not add any value, then stop doing exactly that. The other thing is that shake off unuseful friends. We do have some people who actually contribute to failures of people's lives. If you realize that some of the guys whom you're hanging around are not the people who actually meant for your success, then I would advise you consider changing the group. It does not hurt. See, don't have this mentality, if you lose your friends, now you're going to be walking alone. No, let me tell you one secret. If you lose them on the basis of the finance, okay, just retain them as friends. I'm not saying that you should shift them all the way from friendship to enemies. No. If you just draw a line and understand, hey, this person, whenever it comes to finance, this person, I cannot have any deal with them because they're not good people and all those kind of things. It's always good to understand that. For example, I do have my own principles that guides me. If I realize somebody is not adding me any value, okay, the person is not drawing me close to God, is not helping me make any money, socially is not helping, I don't find any essence of me having such kind of an individual. I love to flock with guys who are values, people who are actually visionaries. They have something that is actually they are working towards on, because guess what, this kind of a character is actually contagious. And the other one, last but not the least, is look for positive influence. Again, I said, whenever you shift from the friends that you're having which are not helping you or who are not helping you to achieve the goal, then look for people who are influencing you positively and who are on the same mission as you. Therefore, it's gonna be an amazing thing for you to achieve the ultimate goal that you're looking forward towards that. Guess what, guys? Stick around. 2024, God willing, we're gonna do something amazing out there. So for now, that marks the end of my video, but don't forget, comment down below there, tell me what you think, and what did you had as a plan. And again, well, fine, I don't mean like you share your private plans and something of sort, but again, share something that you did in this 2023 for those who managed to achieve their goals, and maybe you can borrow some things out there for them. They can be able to borrow something and be able to use it for the sake of the 2024 that is coming. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one. But don't forget, my number is always on the description of this specific video. Pick it up, give me a call, let's talk business. But don't forget, just for a cup of coffee's price. For now, it's a goodbye. See you in the next one.